As the world stands witness to the passing of Pope Francis, a natural curiosity arises about who will next helm the Roman Catholic Church. All eyes are fixed on Vatican City, watching the conclave as it elects a new pontiff. But hold on a moment. Did you know the world has more than one pope? One such figure is the Pope of Alexandria, who leads the Egyptian Coptic Orthodox Church. And here's where the story takes a truly captivating turn. This pope is chosen, ultimately, by a child. How? You might wonder, is it possible for a mere child to elect a pope? Embark with us on a journey to uncover one of Christianity's most unique and intriguing traditions: election of the Pope of Alexandria. Across the sands of North Africa, a figure of immense historical and spiritual weight reigns, the Pope of Alexandria. This leader guides the Egyptian Coptic Orthodox Church. The Copts are a Christian community whose roots plunge deep into the very soil of early Christianity, not just on the African continent, but across the globe. Just like the Roman Catholic Church, the Coptic Orthodox Church has over the centuries developed traditions for electing a new leader. As the world keenly, the papal elections by highly experienced cardinals at the Conclave in Rome, you would be intrigued to learn that the Copts take a totally different approach, entrusting the selection of its pope to the innocent hand of a child. To truly appreciate this remarkable tradition, let's journey back to the dawn of Christianity itself. When Jesus Christ completed his earthly mission and ascended to heaven, he left behind 12 dedicated disciples. Each of these apostles took up the mantle of spreading the gospel, planting the seeds of Christian communities far and wide. The Egyptian Coptic Church stands as a living testament to these early efforts, a direct descendant of the very first Christian communities. Similar to the Catholic Church, the Coptic proudly claims its foundation in the 1st century was done by one of Jesus' own apostles, the Venerable Mark, who tradition holds as its first pope in the vibrant city of Alexandria. Just as the Pope of Rome is revered as the successor to the Apostle Peter, so too is the Pope of Alexandria, the inheritor of the spiritual legacy of St. Mark. Thus, while the Bishop of Rome shepherds his flock from the iconic St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City, the Pope of Alexandria guides his from the majestic St. Mark's Coptic Orthodox Cathedral in Cairo. The Pope of Alexandria, just like his counterpart in Rome, serves a lifelong tenure. Therefore, in both of these ancient churches, the passing of a leader sets in motion the intricate process of electing a new one. However, it's in the very heart of this election that a striking and fascinating divergence emerges. While the world anticipates the hushed secrecy of the conclave in Rome, where cardinals cast their ballots in a time-honored tradition, the Coptic Church embraces a multi-layered process that culminates in a public ceremony, the identification of the next pontiff by a child. This unique election unfolds in 3 key acts. 1. The gathering of the Holy Synod. 2. The nomination of the chosen. 3. The revelation by an innocent hand. Let's delve into each of these compelling stages. 1. The gathering of the Holy Synod, a sacred assembly. The Holy Synod, a powerful assembly of Coptic bishops, stands as the counterpart to the Catholic Church's College of Cardinals. The Synod is traditionally led by the reigning pope. Within days of a pope's passing, this sacred body converges at the spiritual heart of their church. St. Mark's Cathedral in Cairo, bishops from the length and breadth of Egypt and from Coptic Orthodox eparchies stretching as far as the Holy City of Jerusalem, the distant shores of Australia, and the southern tip of Africa, all journeyed to Cairo. Their purpose? To elect the spiritual leader who will guide their ancient faith into the future. But before this momentous election can take place, the Synod requires a guiding hand. From amongst their esteemed ranks, the bishops elect an interim leader, often the most senior by age or canonical standing. This temporary shepherd is known by the resonant Latin term locum tenens, meaning one holding the place of. The locum tenens steps into this crucial role, presiding over the Holy Synod and ensuring the smooth passage through the electoral process. What follows is akin to a pivotal moment in a grand narrative, a call to action. But instead of a hero's rallying cry, it is the steady voice of the locum tenens that summons the nomination committee of the Holy Synod into being. 2. The nomination of the chosen, seeking worthy stewards. Under the thoughtful guidance of the locum tenens, the Holy Synod forms a nomination committee whose role is to identify suitable candidates who could become the next pope. This is a body designed to represent the diverse tapestry of the Coptic Church. Therefore, its membership extends beyond the esteemed bishops, encompassing respected monks and dedicated lay representatives, ensuring that the voices of the wider church community contribute to the selection of their next leader. The criteria for nomination are rigorous, reflecting the profound responsibility of the office. Candidates must be men of at least 40 years of age, individuals who have dedicated significant portions of their lives to spiritual service, having spent no less than 15 years as ordained bishops or devoted monks. Furthermore, they must possess demonstrable spiritual and administrative acumen and must have embraced a lifetime of celibacy, not ever having been married. Interestingly, the initial pool of potential candidates is vast, with any Coptic Christian having the opportunity to propose a name. Thousands of such proposals may be received, though no formal ballots are cast. Over the span of a month, the nomination committee diligently reviews these suggestions, meticulously shortlisting the names of those who meet the stringent eligibility requirements. While the wisdom and authority of the bishops carry significant weight, the process fosters collaboration, with lay members actively participating in discussions and contributing their valuable insights. The resulting shortlist, typically comprising 5 to 7 exemplary individuals, is then presented to the Holy Synod for their discerning approval. This stage, involving only the bishops, echoes the gravity of the Catholic Conclave, where cardinals are entrusted with electing the Pope from a carefully considered group of candidates. The Synod may further refine this list, prayerfully narrowing it down to a final trio of candidates. Once this crucial step is complete, the names of these individuals are made public, announced in 3 prominent Arabic-language newspapers across Egypt. This act ensures that all Coptic Orthodox faithful are aware of those who stand as potential successors, their hearts and prayers now focused on the final, extraordinary act of selection. 3. The revelation by an innocent hand, guided by divine will. Now we arrive at the most distinctive, captivating, and sacred stage of the Coptic papal election, the selection by a blindfolded child. To truly grasp the significance of this moment, we need to journey back to ancient times and understand the profound practice of casting lots. Imagine a world where human wisdom feels insufficient, where pivotal decisions hung in the balance. Therefore, making crucial decisions such as electing a leader calls upon the direct intervention of God. In such times, casting lots was used to seek the will of God. This involved the use of marked objects, such as marked stones, carved sticks, or even simple tokens, each representing a particular outcome. Each of these objects is called a lot. The lots were cast, for instance, on the ground, based on set rules, such as which one touched the ground first. Far from a mere game of chance, this was a deeply spiritual act, a fervent belief that a higher power would guide their fall. It was a tangible way for communities to seek the will of God. The outcome, seemingly random, was interpreted as a direct revelation of God's plan. Indeed, as the ancient wisdom echoed, the lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from the Lord. And thus, when Judas died and the remaining 11 apostles of Jesus had to choose his replacement, the biblical book of Acts says that they casted lots. The winning lot fell on Matthias, and he became the 12th apostle. It is within this rich historical and spiritual context that the Coptic Church's unique ritual finds its meaning. Instead of the hushed deliberations behind closed doors, the selection of their pope culminates in a public act of profound faith. A child, chosen for their untainted innocence and freedom from worldly biases, steps into this pivotal role. The selection process for this young elector emphasizes their purity and impartiality. Often a very young child, typically between the ages of 4 and 7, is chosen, their tender years symbolizing a heart untouched by political maneuvering or personal agendas, as would be the case with adults. Families within the Coptic community may volunteer their children, or church leaders may prayerfully select a child whose innocent demeanor resonates with the gravity of the occasion. Crucially, the child's family should have no close ties to the final candidates or a history of significant influence within the church, ensuring absolute impartiality. Once the child is chosen, he or she is gently blindfolded, and the stage is set for the final, deeply spiritual act. A special liturgy unfolds within the sacred space of St. Mark's Cathedral in Cairo. During this public ceremony, the names of the 3 final candidates, each a man of deep faith and commitment, are carefully written on separate pieces of paper. These 3 papers are then placed within a sacred silver box upon the altar. Following heartfelt prayers and soul-stirring hymns, the blindfolded child, now a living symbol of purity and the conduit of divine will, is lovingly guided to the altar. With a small, innocent hand, he or she reaches into the silver box and selects a single piece of paper. This chosen slip is then carefully handed to the leader of the Holy Synod. The locum tenens, in a solemn voice that speaks with the authority of the Church, announces the name inscribed upon it. Reading aloud, he pronounces the will of God.
Amen. By the grace of God, we have a new pope.
With the pronouncement of that name, a new pope is chosen. This selection is considered final, the culmination of a process steeped in tradition and a profound belief in God's guiding hand. Within a month of this momentous election, the Holy Synod formally confirms and joyously enthroned the new pope in a grand ceremonial liturgy at St. Mark's Cathedral. He receives the sacred pallium, a vestment symbolizing his papal authority, and takes his solemn oath, officially assuming the mantle of Pope and Patriarch of Alexandria. The 118th and current Pope of Alexandria, Tawadros II, ascended to his holy office through this very tradition in November 2012, succeeding the long-reigning Pope Shenouda III, now a respected figure of 73. As of April 2025, Pope Tawadros II continues to faithfully shepherd his flock, and the world awaits the day when another innocent hand will be called upon to reveal his successor.
Thanks for watching yet another episode of Timbuktu Tales. Like, share and subscribe to watch more of such amazing tales from Africa. Are there any stories you would like us to work on? Feel free to share your ideas in the comment section below. And hey, don't forget to hit that notification bell to always get updates. In this story, what surprised you most about the child's role? Share your reflections with us in the comment section below.